Now, something really cool about Scratch that you haven't seen yet is what's called the backpack. Now, what I've gone ahead and done is I've opened this tab here at the bottom. You'll notice here that it says backpack, and if I go ahead and click this arrow, it scrolls back down to the bottom. But we want to go ahead and bring it up because a backpack basically functions the same way that a real backpack in real life does. You use it to store the different things that you're using, and in the case of the actual project that we're doing, we're going to store configurations of blocks that we decide to put together. Now, I'll throw some of these blocks on here. You might not know what some of them mean, but I just want to go ahead and show you what you can actually do with the backpack. So first of all, it's important to note that I've logged in up here. As you can see, my username. And what that allows you to do is that if you go ahead and you save projects, you can also save the configurations that you stored down here in your backpack. So let's say that I go ahead and I grab one of these blocks, events, and I grab a motion block, move 10 steps, and I grab a control block. Wait 1 second. Now this combination of blocks right here, I have in a specific order, and they stick together in a group. Now, if you wanted to go ahead and use this multiple times, maybe for another sprite, which we'll get to later, or maybe you wanted to go ahead and use it again and again and again, you could go ahead and do this. Drag this down here to the bottom in the backpack. And now what you'll notice is that it says here script. So the combination of blocks that you have before have now been saved down here in the backpack. It's in the exact specific order that you have it in, and what you can do is in order to take it out, you click, drag, and boom. It's giving you a completely similar type of block configuration as the one that you stored in the beginning. Let me go ahead and show you another one. Now we're going to go ahead and get rid of this. But let's say that instead of actually having anything in particular, I just want to go ahead and have a bunch of blocks here to the side that I might think I need later, and we're just going to keep it so that if we need to go reference it quickly, it's there for us to get. Same thing. Click, drag down to the backpack, and now you'll notice that the two scripts are side by side. Here's the first one that we put in, and here's the second one. Again, if you want to go ahead and click and drag it, it'll put a copy of those same exact blocks that you had from before. This is great for when you have multiple sprites or characters, and it's also helpful if you're not sure if you want to use a configuration of blocks, but you decide, you know what, I want to keep that for later. Now, I should also mention that in addition to just putting blocks in the backpack, you can also put other things. For example, if you go up to costumes and click, you can drag a costume down here, snap it in, and it'll save it here as the name of whatever costume it is that you chose. You can also do the same with audio. We have meow. If we drag it down here, we can keep it, and then whatever other sprite we decide to choose, you can go ahead and take these things from the backpack and put them in on that particular sprite section. So let's say that we pick a sprite like this ballerina. Now, when the ballerina comes up, if you go on the ballerina sound page, it doesn't inherently have that meow sound, but we can drag it, drop, and there you go. It's gone ahead and saved it, so now if you want to use the same sound for both sprites, you have that option right at your fingertips. But in my opinion, this is the absolute coolest thing. You know what you can put in your backpack that is going to save you all the time and energy in the world? You can actually take an entire sprite and put it down there. Boom. That sprite has been saved, so if you ever want to go ahead and create another sprite that's the exact same as one of the ones that you had before, you click, you drag, and boom. You have the exact same sprite, you'll have all the same scripts for that sprite, and you have a really easy way to go ahead and double a sprite without having to go through the process of copying everything over. Backpack is so helpful because you can literally create dozens and dozens of the same thing in a matter of seconds. So use the backpack because it's a great tool for both copying and pasting similar configurations of blocks and keeping things on the back burner in case you ever might need them.